Hey everybody, PM Kester here, and today we're going to talk about what happens when you get mad. How do you deal with anger? Look, we don't even have to go and get notes or whatever. You can. I'm just going to get into the video. This past weekend, things came to a head. I had already just been having a week, and there was some pent-up anger from work and just like little things that built. And my youngest daughter did something that just had me ready to flip a table. I was so mad. I was so angry. But with wisdom and therapy, comes healing. And so I'm going to let you know about some of the things that I have put in practice over the years to deal with anger when it comes up. Because anger is an emotion, y'all. My little thing is just doing what it wants to do. Anger is something that all of us deal with. Anger is something that, looking back on my life, and especially as a parent, you know how I feel like we try to control our children's anger because, you know, that's a pattern of thinking that we were taught, and so we repeat it, and it's actually not healthy. You know, we tell people not to cry. We tell people to suck it up. And research studies have shown, go look it up, about the physical toll it takes on your body when you hold certain emotions in, when you hold emotions in, that anger, that resentment, that despair, that sadness, the effects that it physically has on your body, that stress has on your heart. There's even a recent study about autoimmune disease in Black women from us holding in all this stress, all this anger, all this passive aggressiveness that we may be experiencing out in the world on our job. And so, as someone who at the age of 36 got rushed to the hospital because they thought I was having a heart attack, and when we did a deeper dive, it was me holding a lot of stuff in. Holding a lot of anger in, a lot of resentment in, letting people make me mad and sucking it up because that's what I was raised to do. And so when confronted with all these emotions, all this anger, on Saturday is when it came to a head. I had to put some stuff into practice to get my mind right and get my body right and allow me to move through this world. And I hope some of these tips help you, and I want to hear what you do to deal with anger. Number one, set a timer and let it out. So I was really dealing with a lot of passive aggressive stuff at my job. I love my job. I love my new role. Look at the career videos so you can hear all about it. But, you know, even with the best things, you work in the best environment, there's going to still be some people that are just jerks. I want to use another word. I'm trying to keep it a family show. And when dealing with that, and when some of that passive aggressiveness reared its head this week, one of the things that I have allowed myself to do is to basically log off and kind of set a timer to allow myself to feel my emotions, to allow myself to be angry. So depending on where you live, you can go into your backyard and scream. You can scream into a pillow. I have done that this week. I also will go aggressively pull weeds out of my backyard. I will log off and set a timer, and I'll just do that and just kind of physically get that out. But give yourself some time to feel those emotions. First off, it validates your emotions. Your anger is your anger, and you're feeling it for a reason. Find a healthy way to get it out. And I say I'm setting a timer for you to do that and to find a healthy way to get it out, because sometimes we do, right? Some folks take that anger out on other people. So don't just be screaming at your kids, screaming at your spouse, your partner or whatsoever, flipping off the neighbor when they don't deserve it. Let's find a healthy way, set a timer, and deal with that anger. Number two, another way that I dealt with my anger this week and even on Saturday, I meditated. The first meditation that I did was, I think, through something called Headspace some years ago. I was super mad at something that it might have been like in the middle of me going through my divorce, and they had some setting for like when stuff is just like alarm level anger or emotions that you're feeling, and it's like a little 5-minute calm down meditation. So now when I'm angry, I try to find something like for peace, like maybe a 5-minute peace meditation, 5-minute calm meditation. You have set a timer and let it out. You have meditated. Another good way to take a break for anger is to write it out. One good way to do that, of course, is to journal. You just pour all those emotions you're feeling and just boom, put it on the page. Everything you're mad about. Why is this happening? Why is she acting entitled? Why is he acting like that? Why is my boss a jerk? Another thing that I've had a friend do was just type up everything that you would say to that person. Everything you would say to your boss, you would say to your partner, you would say to your friend. Type it up in an email, send it to yourself. Don't send it to them, because you don't want to say them words. Now we gotta get it out, think about it, let calmer heads prevail. But you do need to get it out, because again, you can't hold that stuff inside. There's physical ramifications for that, but you can't write it out to get those things out. Okay, y'all, so after you have meditated, after you have wrote it out, after you have set a timer and let it out, I want you to get physical. I want you to take a walk, take a run, play basketball, go do something physical. Why? Because that anger has to go somewhere. Again, we don't want to keep stuff trapped. You have to find some way to get it out. What I did this weekend, I took a walk. I ended up walking about 4 miles, probably almost 5 miles. And I could just, by the time I got halfway through my walk, I could feel the anger kind of coming down. It has to have somewhere to go. And you got to come down so you can get to the 5th part, which is if you are angry at a person, after you have calmed down, after a cooler head has prevailed, talking it through with them and see what happens. Don't carry around that anger. Don't carry around the resentment. Again, I'm speaking for myself. In my 40s, I have found myself kind of setting stricter boundaries. I have found myself finding ways to let people know, no, I didn't like the way you treated me here, or I'm not going to sit for this, because why? I'm also not going to sit there in those emotions and let it stress me out, and then I'm out there dead, because I can have a stroke and then you still gonna be living your life after I done got all angry and pretty much destroyed my body. So I'm just trying to live better. I'm not trying to carry around that anger in me, and I hope you don't either. Drop a comment, let me know how you're taking a break from anger, and until next time, find a little time to take a break. Bye.